This is Squad Busters, and the beta for it is right around the corner, so I thought it would be fun to check out every single squaddy. Are they called squaddies in this game? Every squaddy in the game, including their abilities, so you guys can get that upper edge right when the game drops. Starting with the Barbarian, his base ability is he's a melee fighter with good damage, and then at his classic ability, he becomes an elite Barbarian after bashing a lot of baddies, which basically allows him to hit faster and stronger. And finally, his super ability allows him to become an elite Barbarian instantly when he's with another Barbarian. Next, we have Mavis with her base ability allowing her to pick up carrots for coins, and her classic ability allows her to get bonus coins for fully picking a carrot patch, and her super ability heals the entire squad when she picks carrots. But she is a little weak when it comes to fighting, so definitely more of a support unit for sure. Then we have Colt, who is a ranged fighter with high damage, the highest one so far. His classic ability gives him the super gauge that when he busts 4 foes, he fires a bullet storm. And at his super ability, the bullet storm deals much more damage. Next we have the Trader. His base ability gives 1 gem for every 15 coins collected, kinda like the Villager from Minecraft. And his classic ability allows him to heal the squad slightly when he's giving gems, and his super ability increases the gems given by 2. But he is a support character, so he is pretty weak against the battlefield. Next up we have the Goblin, who gives coins when you open him up from the chest, allowing you to get an early head start on the game for creating a bigger squad. The classic ability increases coins given to 6, and its super ability allows a fused Goblin to give a secret stash of 15 coins to use. Other than that, he's a little weaker and a little squishier than the Barbarian. Up next is El Primo, who does actually surprisingly weak damage, but he has a lot of health, which makes him a pretty tanky defender. His classic ability allows him to do a flying elbow drop once he busts 5 foes. And at his super ability, the flying elbow drop deals even more damage. And then we have Greg, who at its base form allows him to chop trees for loot, which you can get coins and gems from. Its classic ability allows Greg to chop trees twice as fast, and Greg's super ability allows trees to drop even more loot. But he is a pretty weak fighter, so be careful of that. Next we have Shelly, who does similar damage to Colt, but a little slower, but a lot tankier. And once she busts 5 foes, she fires a super shell for her base ability. Her classic ability allows her to heal a large amount of health after using her super shell, and her super ability allows her to shoot a second barrel with her normal attack. Then we have the Chicken, who is a speedster, who's a pretty weak unit with not dealing much damage or having much health, but its base ability gives you 1 turbo boost when you add it to the team, and its classic ability spawns up to 3 hatchlings over time, which helps you deal more damage, and its super ability gives you 2 turbo boosts instead of 1. Next we have the Heavy, who deals a lot of damage and is pretty tanky, and his base ability allows him to shoot faster when standing in place. His classic ability allows him to heal when shooting faster, and his super ability increases his max shooting speed, so he shoots even faster. Then we have Bo, who's a pretty squishy unit that doesn't deal a lot of damage to players, but deals 125% more damage to monsters, so this is definitely way better for monster killing. And when you upgrade him to his classic super, he deals even more damage to monsters, and his super ability allows him to occasionally drop mines when stopping, which, you guess it, blows up when an enemy or player runs over it. Moving on to the rares, we have Nita, who is actually the weakest character in the game, but she summons a tough bear to help defend the squad, and her classic ability allows the bear to be resummoned if the bear gets defeated, and her super ability allows her bear to get enraged after the squad busts a foe. Next up is the Medic, who does an okay amount of damage but is still pretty weak, but his base ability allows him to heal the squad slowly over time, and his classic ability lets him throw strong heal packs when idle, and his super ability lets his passive heal get stronger and faster. Then we have the Wizard, who gives a random spell when adding him to your squad, and at his classic ability it lets you hold 2 spells at once during the whole battle, and his super ability adds a chance for monsters to drop a spell when defeated, and he does a decent amount of damage, but he is squishy, so keep that in mind. Next up is Dynamite, who tosses big explosives that don't deal a lot of damage but deals damage to a large area, and his classic ability allows him to throw a second stick of dynamite, and his super ability allows the dynamites to get a larger blast, helping you take out large squads at a time. Next up is Pam, who builds a healing station after opening a chest, and her classic ability allows that healing station to emit a heal surge when destroyed, and her super ability gives her a heal station spell that she can place anywhere in the map at any time, and she deals quite a bit of damage as well. This next one needs no introduction. It's the Hog Rider, whose base ability gives a boost of turbo when traveling through grassy areas, plus he deals a pretty good amount of damage, and his classic ability allows that turbo to last even longer, and his super ability allows the turbo to recharge even faster. Next up is Penny, who deals the highest amount of damage so far, and her base ability allows allows her to discover hidden treasures across the map. And her classic ability allows her treasures to sometimes find a key, allowing your next chest to open for free. And when upgraded to her super ability, the treasure sometimes contains some hearts, allowing you to heal up your entire team. Next up, we have Tank, who can, well, take control of the tanks that are placed around the maps, which allows her to get an insanely crazy upgrade. Her classic ability allows the tanks to overdrive their attack speed occasionally, and her super ability allows tanks to start with overdrive right off the bat. Next, we have B, who is a bit of a squishy unit, but deals high damage, and her base ability allows her to pick up hives to get a circle of bees that does damage when it hits an enemy. The classic ability gives her 1 extra bee to work with, and her super ability lets the bees last for much longer during the battle. Next up, we have the Witch, that also deals high damage and summons skeletons repeatedly during the course of the battle. Her classic ability allows her to summon even more skeletons, and her super ability gives her a skeleton barrel spell that you can use to spawn enraged skeletons anytime during the match. Next up is the Royale King, who is a tanky defender that deploys royal recruits after opening a chest. His classic ability allows extra kings in the squad to deploy extra recruits, and his super ability gives a royal delivery spell containing an elite recruit that deals even more damage and is a little tankier than the typical royal recruits. Then we have Mortis, who revives up to 2 busted monsters to become part of the squad. His classic ability turns the revived monsters into bats, and his super ability allows Mortis to revive up to 4 busted monsters. Next, we have the Battle Healer, who is a very tanky unit that deals decent damage, and her base ability boosts the squad's overall health. And her classic ability lets her heal the squad after opening her from a chest. And her super ability increases the squad health boost to 600 health points. Next up is Max, who deals high damage and activates a squad speed boost with her ability. And with her classic ability, Busting Foes extends the speed boost. And with her super ability, the speed boost charges up even faster, allowing you to zip across the whole map. Next up is the Barbarian King, who is the tankiest unit in the game that still deals pretty good damage, and his base ability allows all melee units in your squad to attack faster. His classic ability occasionally pummels enemies with his Iron Fist, and his super ability allows him to recover health steadily when not attacking. And finally, we have the Archer Queen, which is the Barbarian King's counterpart, allowing all your ranged units in your squad to attack faster, and her classic ability occasionally fires exploding arrows, and her super ability allows her to recover health steadily when not attacking. And now moving on to the mega units, we have the Dragon Chicken and El Tigre. The Dragon Chicken deals an insane amount of damage, as well as being incredibly tanky, and drops some golden turbo boost that gives you bigger speeds for even longer. The El Tigre mega unit deals big damage and is by far the tankiest and has as much health as one of the boss monsters, and his super allows him to bust 3 foes to do a flying elbow pounce. Also, if you download this game and you're like, Moist Potato, I don't have all these awesome characters unlocked, well, guess what? You can go to the shop, scroll all the way over here, enter in a creator code, let's do code MOIST, and you can buy literally everything. Buy all of it for all free. It's not free. That's actually not true, but you can buy all of it and I get money, so do it.